One thing I want to say about the 49ers, one last thing. We talk about who's the best quarterback of all, Brady, Mahomes, whatever. Everybody wants to say who's the best ever. I believe they have the best left tackle in the history of football, and I don't even want to argue about it. There has never been a player that is that big and moves like that and has been that dominant. His history of, he has some, maybe some discipline issues on the field, penalties. But when I talk about the nastiest, meanest guy nobody wants to mess with on the field, guys back down to him. Trent Williams is, in my opinion, we talk about it, is Reggie White the greatest defensive end ever? Is Lawrence Taylor the best linebacker ever? Is Dion the best corner ever? Trent Williams should be in that category for best left tackle ever. You'll never see a player like him physically.
Orlando Pace.
Nope.
Anthony Munoz.
Nope. Watch any clip. You've never seen a man this
Tony
big.
Mandrich.
Nope. Oh, why I started scouting.
That's right. That's amazing, though. That's one hell of an observation, because it's such a difficult position to study as a scout. We got into it with Josh Lucas last week.
We don't talk about guys like that, right?
Baylor, right? Was it Jason Smith?
Jason Smith.
Right. But Trent Williams is like everything you'd want in pads, everything you'd want in shorts. And that's such a good point. He is a mean SOB. And guess what? I don't care what the NFL does with this bureaucratic nonsense, finding guys, flagging guys over absolute bullshit. It's still a violent game played by violent people. And you better be looking for guys like Trent Williams. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting your ass at home in January. Mike Daniels, Green Bay Packers, D-tackle, got into this a little bit on X, Twitter, whatever we're calling it.
X.
And I loved it. He's like, he was absolutely right. Those Packer teams, like they didn't win a second Super Bowl in large part because they didn't have guys like that on the roster. Mike Daniels tried like hell to be that guy, to make it contagious. Every Friday he'd sit at his locker, hold court, talk about punching the team in the mouth. Like it was, I mean, in the media, you obviously love it, but there was a broader approach there by Mike to try to get guys thinking and feeling and playing the same way. And the 49ers have always had guys like that. Back to those teams in 2011, 2012, 2013. And Green Bay couldn't get past that Niner team because they had some mean SOBs, especially on defense. And I think we've had Dante Whitner on, and he talked about it. And it was a little rough around the edges. He's like, man, we had guys, you didn't know if they're going to get arrested that week. Like, you didn't know what the hell was going to happen. You've got to kind of take some chances here or there, and temperament. And maybe that player comes with some baggage, but if their football character is wanting to destroy the person across from them on the line of scrimmage, you've got to find guys like that. I like the strong take by Jim. Best left tackle ever.
I sit there every week and watch him, and I'm like, what? I don't feel like we're sitting here talking about Brock Purdy. Like, I guarantee you, one guy is walking down the street. I promise you who you're drafting for any sport. You don't need to know what sport it is. If both Purdy and Trent Williams are walking down the street, you're just going to draft Trent Williams.
And Trent Williams is why a Brock Purdy exists too. I mean, not to take anything away from Purdy.
I'm blown away by Purdy. I'm blown away by Purdy right now. Like Shanahan, think about, like, this is what's great about football. And we talk about going to the right coach, system, support, everything. Richardson is in a perfect spot for him, a coach who knows how to coach his style. Shanahan can coach Purdy's style. Put Purdy on the Colts, put Richardson on the 49ers. Both coaches are retiring. They're not winning a game.